Hey everybody, this is Jen from Cookies, Cupcakes, and Cardio.com. Today I'm going to be making mushroom themed cupcakes. So I thought I would take my mushroom hunting expert Ruby out to the wilderness here where we have lots of wild mushrooms. So I'm going to get Ruby to hunt down some mushrooms and hopefully we'll be able to find some and use them for inspiration for the cupcakes. Ready, Ruby? Mushroom, go find it, go find it, go find it. So Ruby has managed to find us a little pile of shaggy manes. Good job, mushroom dog. And these are really popular wild mushrooms around our area here. And if you're going to be using these for like a stir fry or a soup, you'd want to make sure that they were white from the top to the bottom. And you'd want to use them immediately before they started to go dark. And you can see on this one here that it's quite dark on the bottom and the inside. And so that wouldn't be very good and you wouldn't want to use a mushroom like that. But these ones are perfect for inspiration for the mushroom meringue cupcake toppers. So good job, Ruby. To make the meringue mushroom cupcakes, we're going to be using 4 egg whites only, 1 cup of granulated sugar, a pinch of cream of tartar, and then for decorating the cupcake tops, we're going to be using green buttercream for the grass, and that has a grass tip, a Wilton 233. And for the ground, we're going to be using chocolate buttercream, and this one is a Teco 809 tip. Cupcakes of any color or flavor, 1 teaspoon of vanilla extract, and then we're going to need white chocolate and dark chocolate, and they're both going to be needed to be melted. To start making the meringue, I have a pot of simmering water, and I'm going to put my stand mixing bowl right over top of it, and then into the bowl, I'm going to be putting my egg whites and my sugar and the tartar. And then using a whisk, I'm just going to whisk it for about 4 to 5 minutes until the mixture is smooth and the sugar has dissolved. So my sugar has dissolved, so what I'm going to do is turn the temperature off, and then I'm going to add my vanilla. I've placed my bowl right into my stand mixer fitted with the whisk attachment. I'm going to add the vanilla, and then I'm going to put it on high and whisk it for 10 minutes until it's nice and thick and fluffy. So the meringue has been mixing for about 10 minutes. It's nice and light and fluffy. So what I'm going to do now is take it into a piping bag fitted with a number 12 tip. And it's just an open tip, an open round tip. You can use any size of round tip that you want. It's all going to depend on the size of mushrooms that you want to make. I'm using smaller caps, so that's why I'm using a smaller tip. So I'm going to fill it and line my tray with parchment, and I'll be back to show you how to make the caps and the stems. Now that my meringue is in my piping bag, I'm going to be making the caps by just pressing my tip down and letting the meringue squeeze out beyond the tip, and then gradually bringing it up, stopping squeezing and pulling away. So I'm just pressing down and then pulling up, stop, squeeze, and pull away. Squeezing it out so it widens up, and then bringing it to the top and stopping it like that. For the stems, we're going to build a base and then just squeeze as we're coming up and pull away. Build the base, squeeze as we're pulling up, and pull away. One more here, base, and pulling up. So I'm going to fill the rest of my pan. Now the meringues are going to bake for quite a long time. There's 2 stages. The first stage is at 200 degrees Fahrenheit for 60 minutes. And then for the second stage, you're going to turn the temperature down to 175 degrees Fahrenheit. And then they're going to bake again for another 45 minutes until they're completely dried out. Once the meringues have come out of the oven, what you're going to do is use your dark chocolate to coat the bottom of the cap, and then you're going to set it to dry. So I'm just covering the bottom, and then just leave it to dry, just like that. After the dark chocolate has hardened, you're going to take a little bit of white chocolate, and you're going to smooth it out onto the top here. You don't need too much. You just want to be able to cover the top of the dark here. And then the next thing that you're going to grab is a toothpick, and we're going to etch in what are going to be the gills of the mushroom here. So just like this. And then between each swipe, I am just wiping it off, the toothpick off on a paper towel to keep it clean. So I'm going to do as many as I can, like this, and then I'm going to set it to dry, and the next step will be to attach the stems. The next step is to core out a place for the stem to go into. So I'm just using a sharp knife, and I'm just gently cutting a little tiny hole in here, just like that, and all that stuff can come off, like that. And then I'm going to dip my stem into the white chocolate, which is going to act as the glue, and then I'm just going to put it straight into there, and then let it dry, just like that. To decorate the cupcakes, we're going to be using dark cookie crumbs, light cookie crumbs, chocolate shavings, some candy-covered chocolate rocks, and some cocoa powder. We're going to start with our chocolate buttercream, and we're just going to cover the top here. And then to give it more of like an earth appearance and a little bit of irregularity, we're just going to kind of mix it up, mess it up here, like this. And there's going to be lots of different colors in the earth, so we're going to try to imitate that by starting out with these chocolate shavings, giving some texture to the ground where you might find the mushrooms. And then adding some lighter cookie crumbs, like this. And then adding our mushrooms, just stick them into the buttercream, like that. And then we can add some rocks. And of course, this is all optional. You can decorate your cupcakes however you would like to, with whatever you can find. And if you want to add some green grass, I find that it's the cookie crumbs don't, like the icing sticks to the cookie crumbs. And so what you want to do is make sure that you're piping right at the base of the meringue, so it has something to stick to. It also will stick to the chocolate, the chocolate rocks. Like that. And then to finish it off, I'm going to put some dirt just around the rocks here and the base of the mushroom. And then I'm going to be putting some cocoa powder on the top to make the mushrooms look a little bit more realistic. So there we go. That's how we can decorate one way. So I'm going to finish off a couple more, and then I'll be back to show you all the different ones. There you go, everybody, how to make mushroom meringue cupcakes. I hope you enjoyed the tutorial today. Remember to subscribe to the channel to stay up to date on all of our newest videos. You can also find all of our stuff up on Pinterest, so head over there and check that out. And you can find us on Facebook, Google+, and Twitter. See you next time.